Hello everyone, Clint here. Hope everybody is having a great day today. Today I'm coming at you with an accessory for the Apple Watch Ultra series. So now it's the series because of the initial Ultra Watch and now the Ultra Watch 2 is identical on the side. So all accessories work for both watches, so it doesn't matter which one you have. But this one is coming from Spigen, and this is the Lock Fit case. So this is a case without bands. So you're going to be able to use your own bands with this case. And it does have a very specific use scenario. So we're going to check that out here in a second. Let's get that opened up. We do have some action here. Gives you a little instructions. I'm sure we can figure it out. And let's go ahead and get it out of the plastic, which... There we go. All right. Oh, man, this looks cool. So this is going to be a snap-on case. I think it's going to go that way. This is the top. So this is a snap-on case for your watch. And it's going to have this fancy little thing here that locks down your action button. So if you have an issue with accidentally triggering your action button, this is going to solve that problem. So this must be a pretty major problem for them to make a case specifically for that. So I've not had that issue, but that does not mean anything. I'm sure people do. So we're going to go ahead, first we're going to go ahead and leave the straps and the bands on the watch and see if we can install this without taking the bands off. So this is usually just a rock in from the digital crown side, and then you just kind of pop it on just like that. And well, that looks cool. You got to admit, that does look cool. I dig the Spigen cases. I've done reviews on the Spigen cases before, and this one's just a special type because it somehow locks in this watch band or the action button. So let's go ahead and go around the watch here. On this side, this is where all the action is happening, and you have your digital crown cutout right here. Looks like it's going to be pretty easy to spin. You got a nice cutout for your button, and that one, the side button there, looks like it's going to be pretty easy to spin. Got some good cutouts for microphone action we got everywhere. And you can see how the way the band slash case is integrated. I'm gonna go ahead and leave these bands on, but if you've got a black band or something you might want to do differently, or heck, you know, a white band to give you a nice panda look. I like that. Here on the bottom right now, we got a little bit of Spigen logo action here and a little bit of design. Also here on the corner, you got some design action right here. Let's go ahead and go to the other side. Got another cutout for a speaker there. And this is where the magic happens on the action button. We will take a look at that here in just a second. And then you have a nice little divot here for the speaker. And then you got a nice speaker hole right there. And then another mic hole. I don't remember this thing having so many mics, but maybe it does. And then here on the back, the top, actually, yeah, it's technically the top. We got some more little design to match the bottom. That's good. And then, yeah, that's it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the bottom. As you can see, it is just held on by friction. So this is a friction grip case here, and it feels like you're good to go. Of course, once you strap your watch on, it's not going to be any issues whatsoever. So let's go ahead and take a look at this side button action here. So right there is the side button. I can push it now, but you can push this down and lock it. I don't know if you heard that. Yeah, there's a little click. You can feel it quite easily. Locks that down, and now there is no pushing of that side button. So you'll actually have to unlock it and then back in action on the button on that side there. So let's go ahead and put it on so we can get a good look of what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and leave this band on. That looks pretty good, actually. Of course, it looks fantastic, as do most Spigen cases. I mean, they do make a good looking case. I really like the way that looks, yeah. And I kind of like the little orange piece over here. That works pretty good. And so if you're accidentally triggering your action button, which I just did there, let's see here, let's push that Okay, so you definitely have to push it to get it to go in. There's no mistake in that. And then if you click that, and then, yeah, that's it. It's locked in. There is no pushing that button whatsoever. Let's see what we got here on the crown action. Oh, yeah, it spins great. I'm telling you, reviewing watches all the time, Apple has the best crown. It is just so good. So good. No one's close to the Apple's crown, I could tell you right now. And then you can push that button in just fine. That works pretty good. And like I said, you can get that. It's a little bit it's a little bit recessed there. So it's a little bit different to get, but not a problem. But that will keep you from hitting that crap. This is what I use cases for a lot, is that flexion. And so maybe that flexion is why people are having problems. And then you can kind of click that baby. You can do it with your thumb, no problem. So you can turn that on or off, and then good to go. So I can tell you right now, it is extremely light. The watch doesn't feel any heavier or different with the case on. It does have some height to it above the screen. So if you're going to be hitting your Apple Watch a lot, then I think you're going to get some protection on that part of it right there. It's comfortable, super comfortable. What do you guys think? You think it's cool? Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. So that is pretty much the difference between the last case that I checked out and the first, and this one is that lock on the action button. So that, and it even says lock right there. Does its job just fine. I'm sure you can just pop this right back off, so that's not going to be an issue. I do like the action where you're able to pop it on with the band on still. That looks good. See you on the next one.